Does the Sigma 18 to 35 1.8 actually work on a full frame camera or a speed boosted APS-C camera? And if it does, how different is it to an actual full frame lens like the 35mm 1.4 that costs the same? And how big a difference is there really between f1.4 and f1.8? That's what I want to answer in this video.
Can you tell the difference between these two shots? I mean, there's definitely a difference. One has slightly bigger bokeh, and yes, that would be the 35mm 1.4. The smaller bokeh is the 1.8. So basically, with the 35 1.4, you will be getting the blurrier background, but with the 18 to 35, you will be getting some zoom range.
How much zoom range will depend if you're using a speed boost on an APS-C camera or if you're using a full frame camera, but probably something like 24 to 35 I find to be usable.
The second difference, or problem you might say, is the vignetting. Now, this is something we can actually fix. So let's try and fix this vignetting and see if we can match the two. First, I tried to apply some exposure adjustments, and then I tried to add some devignetting and trying to dial it in to really brighten up the corners.
Now that is an extra step that you have to do if you don't like the vignetting, but it was pretty fast to do, and you can make a template or preset so it's fast to do every time.
Now, all the previous shots have been from a speed boosted M6 Mark II, and I was curious, does the 18 to 35 at 35mm really fill a full frame sensor? And here you can see the results. If you're going to use these to take photos, be aware that you're using more of the sensor. You're using a 4:3 aspect ratio, so you're actually seeing more vignetting, and that might be a negative. But as you can see, it does fill the full frame.
Here I put a speed booster on a full frame camera, and then we can check out the whole image circle, which is kind of cool. And as you can see, they're not that much different. Consider this, the 35 1.4 is a full frame lens, but they almost have the same size image circle at 35mm. How cool is that? So you might point out that there already exists a 24 to 35 f2 full frame lens from Sigma. Why wouldn't you just get that instead of the 18 to 35, which is made for APS-C and has this vignette problem? Well, the 24 to 35 not only is more expensive new, it's also really rare to find secondhand. So the 18 to 35 is just a much better option since it's so popular, you can find it used and it's cheaper from new. And in my opinion, it is basically the same lens as the 24 to 35. They are so similar from the fact that the 18 to 35 works best from 24 to 35 on full frame. Okay.
This has been Technic. Thanks for watching.